Welcome back to the Hart Center, where the Holy Cross women's hockey team is out to a 1-0 lead over Boston College at the break. And for your intermission programming, we have another coach here at Holy Cross of the men's soccer program, Matt Brown. He just completed his second season here in Worcester. And Matt, tell me, you guys did improve in terms of a one-loss record year to year. What other changes have you seen in the program through 2 seasons now?
Yeah, I think it's a transitional period. My first year we had 13 seniors. That's a lot of guys to change, and we had a young squad, probably the youngest in the league, and I think what we've shown is resiliency, that we can compete in conference. And I just felt we were one draw away from a win, one loss away from a draw, and it could have tilted the season. But I think the guys gained a lot of valuable experience, and our grittiness is probably what we took from it the most.
You mentioned a young roster. One of those players went on to win the Patriot League Rookie of the Year in Archie Hatcher. Tell me about what he's meant to the program coming in with that immediate impact, and what we could maybe expect for him in the years to come. Here's his hat trick against Army.
Yeah, Archie's a phenomenal young man, first and foremost. He's came in straight away. He's worked extremely hard, and he's a player of real quality, but I think even a better person. He's someone we want to continue to lead the line for us, and at stages in the season we had to drop him into midfield. So, I'm excited to see what he can do. He's got a big spring ahead of him, but he's certainly a key member of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build here.
Who's some other returning players you expect to play key roles coming up this fall? We're about 7 months away, 8 months, I guess, from the new season.
Yeah, it seems far away, but it always comes back really quickly. I think Luke Myers is someone who played the most minutes for us as a freshman. I think Wade Johnson, Kyle Martell, Jeb Sneed, I think their experience is going to be really valuable down the stretch, and I think Gabe Raphael's another one. But I think there's a lot of guys this spring that are going to try and stake a claim, and they're going to have the opportunity to do so.
In addition to the pitch, your team has been performing exceptionally well in the classroom. 3.50 GPA during the fall semester. 27 guys had a GPA 3.0 or higher. Why is academic success so important in your program?
I think it's more of a school and college thing, and I think that's been the tradition. If you look at our alumni, we have some incredibly, smart, people that are not just academically smart, but they're invested in the community and what we want to do. So I think it's trying to take those aspects, continue with that, and our guys realise the importance of it. And I couldn't be more prouder of the group, especially, like I said, with such a young team, that to put up a GPA like that, hopefully they can even do a little bit better this spring.
And well, we do have the spring portion of your season coming up, and I know your team will play, it's usually 3 to 5 scrimmages, I guess. What can we expect from your team during the spring schedule this year?
I think the guys have a really good understanding of, our identity and what we're trying to be and what it looks like. And I think the challenge now is we've got to get good at it. And I think we've got to use the opportunities that we have to try and do that. Some guys will be chomping at the bit for an opportunity to show what they can do. And, I think it's just becoming good at who and what we want to be. And if we do that, I think we can pick up some results.
All right, that is Holy Cross head men's soccer coach, Matt Brown. Matt, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck this spring and beyond.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take a break. First intermission here from the Hart Center in Worcester. Watching Hockey East on ESPN+.